So everyone, it's late Thursday night, and as usual, that's when new features come out. We got a lot coming in. It's going to get really interesting. We have event check-in being automated. We have the beginning of continuous actions, and we have the beginning of like in-event stat degradation. We have actions that can affect other people's characters and in different ways. And let's just get into it. A lot of stuff is happening. So I've been really happy seeing everybody's costumes come in. It looks like we're going to have an awesome time this Saturday. And yeah. By the way, if you guys not seen the photos of the build team's work on the drop pod, it looks pretty sweet. It's going to be mounted on a trailer, so we can double use it as a transport trailer. And we're just going to have a lot more control over it, and it's not going to be subject to the weather in the same way that the hut was. So, and we can rig it for sound, we can rig it for power. Hopefully that'll be ready soon as well. But let's talk about features. Alright, so here's the long-suffering John Smith. And the first thing you'll notice, this is the app screen you guys love, except for what is this? Please check into event. Now, what we've implemented is that instead of you having to sign into the event, you simply scan a code at the check-in, and it will activate your, it will make you sync, it will activate your character, it'll make sure you're all up to date, and it'll keep track that you attended. Eventually, I want this to be tied to ticket sales as well, so that we can just have everything just go through the app. Until you check in, you can't do anything. You can't do any actions or activities. If you're not checked into an event that is currently going on, you can't do anything. So it's a way of making sure the app is only being used in an appropriate manner, and while also giving us a really easy way of counting attendance, because everyone has to have an app to play, everyone has to win, everyone has to check in. So, and also it allows us to like automate all like the agreements and waivers and all that other kind of stuff as well. So just to show you how it works, you go into scan as you normally do, and you grab and you scan a event code. Come on. And it says, by hitting check-in, I acknowledge, yada, yada, yada. So I hit check-in, it communicates back to the server, it does its thing, and then I am checked in and I can do all my stuff again. Now, you can check out. Now, currently, we do not have the ability to have your stats slowly decrease over time during an event, though this opens the door to that. But once that happens, you're also going to be able to check out an event. Then how you check out the event is you go and use the event scan, and you do the exact same thing, except for checking out will help all in-game actions and effects. You hit check out, it does its thing, and you're now no longer checked into the event. So I'm going to check in real quick. Now, the other big change that we've made is we made it so that you can now do things that affect other characters. Now, we've been able to alter people's stats and stuff, but now we have effects that allow you to launch different screens that have different effects on the other person's phone. This is a pretty versatile ability because it means we can have it so you do something, you give someone a code, and it allows them to maybe do something they wouldn't normally able to do with their device, or activate some sort of an effect of that nature. So the thing that we've implemented this with is search. So there's been a lot of talk about they want to be able to search somebody without just going into some apps, and there's some skullduggery skills which allow you to hide things from people. So if you go into the investigation skill now, there's this search person. It costs you some focus, time required, and it tells you can search someone. So this allows you to search another person. Obviously, when you're actually role-playing this, get the consent to be touched, whatever, but you get to be a jackbooted thug. So you start, and you start search person and so forth. So, but I will do some magic. I will cheat. So now we get normally, if you've done any actions effectively parameters, you see this target code thing. And what this does is produces a code that allows you to trigger a search page on somebody else's screen. So let's scan one of one I prepared earlier. Now, you'll notice that there's the search results page. And what this says is that press an item on the list and try and hide it. You have 3 attempts left. Now, if you are trying to hide a single piece of equipment and you're trying to hide a resource, there's slightly different chances involved. It compares the searcher's investigation versus your stashing skill every time you do this. And I have 3 attempts because I have stashing 2. There's a relationship. And I can attempt to hide things from these lists, off this list, before I hand it over to the player who searched me to look at. So there's a chance that I will hide one of these lines. There's a chance that I will half the amount that is shown. And there's a chance I will fail. So let's do something real quick. So I clicked electronic parts. I succeeded in hiding half of the ones I had. I could try to make another attempt on electronic parts to hide it again. Alright, I managed to hide them all. And I'm going to hide my soil sample. Now, this alter list, please hand your device to the player that searched you. They can look through this list, then hand back your device. They're not allowed to access other parts of the device. In other words, they can look through this list. They have to hand you back your phone, and you have been searched, and this is what they found. And that is how being searched now works. So yeah, that app is ready for download right now on the website, if you want to check that out, and it's ready to go. I will see you all this weekend. Hope to see you soon. Other things that are coming down the pipe is that we're going to start having so that you can use a tablet as an object within the game. Use it as a container or an industrial device or any of other various things. And the other thing that we're going to be working on is the continuous actions and the check-ins, and of course we're still plugging away at the downtime game, and we're going to do some reforms that allow that to work better. So I will see you in a couple days, guys. Peace.